and he's being somewhat confrontational. And I'm thinking, I am like a high-ranking government official in a suit. Come on, man. Like, you don't got to argue with me. But he was being a jerk about it. And so I like this knife a lot. So I go back to my car. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be late. I guess I'll be late for my meeting. And I'm going to take it back. So I take it back to the car. And now I'm late. So I get back. But as I'm walking back, I'm thinking about this thing, right? And it's a metaphor for me for a lot of the things that we do and that our partners do and that we're trying to accomplish. Because is this a knife? Yes. But is it always a knife? I mean, come on. I have a meeting with a high-ranking person in this building. They know I'm coming. They're standing right over there. I can see them. And I can't come in, okay, because I have a knife. Give me a break, okay? And he's confrontational about it. He is not being a good partner, right? If I had built up some credibility with him, maybe he lets me in. Maybe we have some credibility, but no, we don't. And here's the thing. It's easy to write rules. It is easy to write policies and to think, okay, that's what we're going to live by, and now we don't have to think about it. And this is what we do. And an issue comes up, or you're going about your work, and you go, well, here's the policy. That's what we do. We can write rules, but rules are hard to write, and people are people, and we got to deliver projects, and we got to deliver services, and we got to be partners. And so saying a knife is always a knife is not going to cut it. We've got to be willing to assess the situation and assess that risk. What is the risk of letting me in with this knife? And assess that and decide. In this case, it's okay. Or in this case, we need to rethink our policy and frame it a different way. Or we can still comply with our intent, but we need to do it this way. And we've got to do it. That is the way we have to think about our work to be able to deliver the products and services that we want to deliver. And it applies to all of us. It's so easy to just look at that rule and go, that's the rule. Knife's a knife. See you later. And that's not what we're not going to do it that way. Okay? And the story continues. A couple weeks later, right? I'm at the airport. And guess what? Dummy me brings my knife. Okay? Go through security. And the guy says, I'm sorry, sir, but you can't bring this knife. And of course you can't. In an airport, a knife is a knife. There's no question. Okay? We know that. And so, but what does he say? He says, well, I can put it in this envelope, and when you get back from your trip, fill this out. I'll mail it home for you for free. And I tell you what, I got home from my trip, my knife's already waiting for me. Sometimes it's a knife, but it's not. It's how you deliver it. It's how you engage with the people and your customers and treat them with respect. And so, I think it applies to our work. I think I've been pushing Federal Highway and some of our other regulators. That's not who I was visiting, by the way. Sorry to take the knife out. But so it's, for me, one step further, because we want this flexibility, right? We want to assess risk and make smart decisions based on what is dangerous and what's a risk and a threat and what isn't. But we also need consistency, and that is where it gets very, very difficult, because you want flexibility to apply the rules in a thoughtful and intent way that matches intent, but you got to do it consistently. And those two things are nearly incompatible, but it's what we strive for, right? We strive for the flexibility to assess risk and to then share best practices and